Alright, so Apple just dropped watchOS 11.1 Beta 3, and I have a feeling this video is going to be very short and sweet, just like Beta 1 and 2 was, because, well, we're not finding anything really new in this build. It is simply seeming like it's going to be behind-the-scene fixes, hopefully stability improvements, and battery improvements as well. So iOS 18.1 is mainly focusing on Apple Intelligence, and we know that is not something coming to watchOS technically. As we said in our other videos, obviously summary notifications are present, and that's what you're getting on watchOS 11.1. However, as far as new features go, we've talked about this to no extent. It is definitely lacking, and it is so stagnant at this point. We got a couple watch faces, but not too much else. Let's take a look at the build number, see how close we are at least to a full release here, and maybe kind of gather together when that might truly come out. Let's go. Alright, so watchOS 11.1 Beta 3 just finished installing on our Apple Watch Ultra 2, and for those of you that didn't see the video yet, we are sticking with the Series 2 over the Series 10 of the Ultra series, mainly just for battery life. The Ultra 2 is simply a beast, and yeah, this is just going to win it for us. So that's why we're back to this one, in case any of you guys are wondering in the comments. But jumping right into it, let's pull up our iPhone actually and go into About. And you can see right here, oops, this is going to be a full build number of 22R5559F. And unless I'm mistaken, the build last week was an E build, so this means it actually took a step backwards in the wrong direction. If you guys are new to Apple betas, the closer you get to A, the closer you get to a final build number. So that's a little interesting. Also, I'm not sure if you guys noticed in that introduction on the thumbnail, this actually didn't tell us the exact size of the download, but if historically it's anything like it was in the past, it should be about 400 megabytes or so. And I was definitely glad to see this update drop today. Weird there's no iOS update yet, but the battery life, even on the Ultra 2, has been an issue in these betas. Beta 1 was okay, Beta 2 was a little junky, Beta 3 historically is not very good either, but it is here now. We're making our way down the chain, so hopefully it will improve nonetheless. As you can see, let's just jump around a little bit and kind of see what we're getting. And everything seems to be smooth in some of these apps. Yeah, not too bad at all. But really, the fluidity of the system has not been an issue in any of these builds. We did have an issue with some of the watch faces just randomly sticking to like 9:30 in the morning and then finally glitching to the correct time. Oh, there you go, it's 10:09 on all the watch faces before it actually updates. Looks like that's still present, not quite sure why that is, but might be something to consider. Kind of weird there. As you can see, each time you scroll back through it, starts back at 10:09. Yeah, definitely not sure why that is. Let me know if you guys are experiencing that as well, because that's definitely weird and should not be doing that. Also, the modular Ultra watch face here is amazing. It needs to come to the Series 10. The screen is just as big and would be super nice to have as an additional watch face. There are a lot of people also asking about some of those other new watch faces here, specifically the ones that show second hands, and will it be coming to the Ultra 2? Unfortunately, it will not be, simply because this display right here cannot go down to 1 Hertz refresh rate, so it will not be able to show the second hands without absolutely obliterating battery life. So, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you were wondering about that, that will not be coming as well. So, let's take a quick look, because again, we're not expecting any new features here, but looking at our calendar here, we are now in October when we expect this build to drop. Today's the 1st, and since it is now an F build, I'm assuming we will get weekly releases until about the 20th or 29th, when this should be fully released. Sometimes Apple does like having these go live on the Mondays beforehand instead of a Tuesday typical release, but either way, I would be looking at the week of the 21st or the 28th for this to fully roll out. Again, let's jump back into settings, and one thing I want you guys to take a look at, again, not surprisingly, But as you can see, Siri is still Siri. There is no hint of Apple Intelligence here, unfortunately. So all of that is still missing, still not coming yet. I don't know why these SIP processors couldn't handle some of that, let alone at least the newer Siri design language, like how you get on these other betas. That would be nice to have on the watch. I think that would look really good on that display, but that's just a personal preference. Let me know down below what you guys think about that. Aside from that, though, like I said, we did a little digging around. There's nothing really new in settings that we can find. For those of you that follow the channel long enough, we always like looking at the double tap gestures to see if anything new is implemented here. But yeah, unfortunately, still nothing new from Apple. It looks like it's going to be up to the developers to make those changes app specific. So like I said, short, quick video for you guys today. Nothing really else to see here in this build. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.